There was one thing I thought I might have gotten wrong, or at least when I was doing the setup earlier, I think I got wrong, which is um, it says that for my scouting elements, it says set up on any non-north edge hexes. I think what I assume that means is that it's any of the edge hexes, so any of like row R or GG, and the bottom, obviously, and nowhere else. Because initially I placed myself like up here, and I was like, oh wait, that might mess up hip stuff, and there's no mention of what to do in that sort of circumstance. So, anyways, uh, I've got 5 hexes to recon as per SSR 4. There's no DR required, so it's the all the ones with triangles is essentially what gets revealed. Um, the rules, I had them earlier. Um, it should be that a if it's hip, it becomes concealed. If it's concealed, it loses concealment. You don't reveal fortified buildings, and yeah, and that's it, as far as I can tell. The one other thing too, because I had not seen it, or so I had moused over it and I'd seen it. Um, so just a word of warning to any other ones you have. If you have a stack that is mixed units, make sure that they have the concealment for both unit types because one, like I'll just do this example
I
real
understand.
quick.
Yeah, I thought I had gotten all of them, but I might have missed some.
Yeah, and I accidentally saw briefly uh, a squad, specifically the one in there. That's why I put a recon on that one. Um,
It's kind of silly because with the fact that they have to use a different nationality, it's kind of
yeah,
obvious what things are, which is kind of irritating. But there you go.
yeah, and that really just comes down to us not having enough time to make custom counters because that's why in the actual PDF it shows like when you actually get the or buy it, I should say, uh, there's a page entirely for all of the counters that would apply for those conditions. This
I think that's all of them.
and nobody there.
Nobody there.
Cool. All right. Well, is there any stuff that happens before turn starts? Set up random. We already did that. ACs have radio. Non-horse-drawn vehicles may attempt to wire. Yada yada. Cool.
Sorry, unhipping some things so that it's a little more obvious.
Right.
Though honestly, I'm not sure it makes a huge amount of sense to actually reveal what level units are on, but I guess there you go.
I think they have to. Um, I forget if it's map board or
Well, I mean, here's the thing. If I have to do that, then I can never hip units that are on different levels because there will always be just this random level counter floating out in the middle of nowhere.
oh no, I think if there's a hip unit involved, you don't, because the entire point is to for it not to be known. Um, the understanding I have of concealment status is like you have an inkling or there's a noise or rumbling or whatever that might come from a certain location. Um, but you just can't ascertain what it is. Hip is like, yeah, you have no idea. Um, it's the same principle applies to a gun. If it's I forget what the rule is specifically, just because there's so much. But you can have a gun being placed hip. It wouldn't matter where that gun is. You just can't know about it. So even if it's in a cellar or on the second floor or whatever, you don't have to reveal that sort of stuff. It's like how fortified buildings, you don't have to reveal them until you actually use the TEM or if they get reconned, but that's different. Actually, no, not even if they get reconned. So yeah, the a fortified building can essentially be an invisible thing for quite some time. Yeah, I'll look it up some other time. I don't see anything that says that um, the level isn't marked, but in any case, okay.
All right, let me drop my sniper. Hold on a second.
Yep. Yeah, I inputted the values for the sniper and ELR as well, so that hopefully won't be an issue. I think it's I think yours is 4.
No, I think I'm 3. My ELR is 4. My SAN is 3, and yours is vice versa.
No, your SAN is 4.
I'm looking at the. Oh, are you considering me the Axis or the Allied?
Well, you're the Red Russians.
So I'm
Uh,
the Allied. So I'm looking at the scenario information that you put in now. My ELR is 4. My
oh,
SAN is 3.
so the reason why I'm considering myself allied is because I have to use the allied minors. And because you're using Italian, I just figured I'd play it off that. But yeah, in the scenario card, you have a sniper 4.
I don't have nearly the infantry for this, and the line of sights are so craptastic.
I mean, we'll see. I think you've got the reinforcements. I think you have an edge in
I
vehicles.
don't have reinforcements. The jackasses took away my reinforcements.
What do you
They
mean?
gave me the shitty ones.
Oh,
Anyway, no, I just think the fact that you're basically ninjas when it comes to assaulting is going to make this a fairly quick mincemeat operation for you.
I don't know. We got 7 turns. We'll see how it goes. Um, I don't think there's anything else for me to do. I don't want to. No, I don't want to deploy. I would have had time to think about it. So we'll just go straight with weather. No change. There's no. Yeah, there's no smoke already. Okay, cool. All right, I don't think we can play smoke either. I think there's something about it. All right. So I have no rally phase. There's nothing I want to do. So if you want to do anything,
I don't have anything to do either. So
cool. So we'll go prep fire. I don't really want to do anything. No, let's go straight into movement. All right. All right, so first movement is going to be stack over here is going to move into U10 for 1. They will continue into bypass into U9 for 3. Then into V8 for 5, leaving. Sorry, I have to clone this, and they have to leave one guy behind. So the first two are into the building and have to drop concealment.
Yeah, we'll fire at them. Why not?
Okay.
That is 4, 7, 9. 9 up 3.
For W7,
Yeah, W7.
the crew doesn't shoot with, I don't think.
All right, so 7, so it's a 6 up 3.
6 up 1. Or, sorry, 6 up 2, because there's a non assault movement, but not open ground.
Isn't stone building 3?
Yeah, but there's a -1 for the non assault movement.
Oh, right. Okay. Sorry.
7 on 6 is
Normal morale?
cool. Leader, squad, leader breaks. Squad is fine, but squad has to now take a task check. My sniper, which is nothing, but they're not pinned. Yeah. All right. All right. I will have. Oops. There you go. Finally. One group goes up 1 for 1. I don't think anybody can see them. Continues to S9 for 2. And then goes into T8 for 4.
Okay.
Hmm. Unit over here is going to assault move into R3. Right, music. This unit will move into GG1.
I'm assuming it started in motion.
Yeah. Continues into FF10 for 2. I'm pretty sure it's 2. They will turn 1 for 3. Turn again for
Yeah,
4.
if it's the squares, they're armored cars. If it's the white circle, they're trucks, I think. I don't know. I can't tell if that's tractor trucks.
Yeah. So they're in FF10 for 4, having turned twice. They will move up 1, and they have to drop concealment. That is 5 total.
All right, we'll fire at you.
Okay. It's a Tachanka. So I have to. Allied Miner.
So let's see. It's ordnance. Oh boy. You are in my covered arc.
Mm-hmm.
It's not advanced phase. It's not a bounding fire. It's not
Yeah, as the
non-ag.
shooter, you won't have much, especially
I
since
know.
it's a gun.
I'm kind of going through it just to make sure
Oh,
I
gotcha.
get my, get it in. I'm not pinned. It's not with an hex. It's not intensifier. It's not really mobilized. We're not buttoned up. I'm not CX overstacked. No leadership mod. I'm not encircled. All right. Yeah, there's nothing under fire based. You are a moving vehicular target.
So it says, I'm just trying to figure out the spelling here because I always forget. Wait, what? This is supposed to have in the axis miner. God damn it. Helps if I'm in the right page. I'm just trying to check to see if it has any special rules. Is treated as horse-drawn transport for all purposes except noted. Oh, I had to give it a 228. Whatever. I'll put that in. Transport. Treated as small target. So there's a +1, I think, for small.
Well, is it a moving vehicular target or something else? What is horse drawn considered?
It would be if it's treated as a horse-drawn transport. I believe it gets the that yes. Wagon counter is always identified by its obvious overhead depiction. Horse-drawn transports is considered vehicular in nature, except that it expends movement factors rather than MP. Yes. So it's a moving vehicular target.
Okay, so +2 for that. You said small, so what, +1 there, I guess?
Yeah.
It's not a point blank, not bore sighted. It's not concealed. Do I get FFNAM or FFMO?
No, that's only against the infantry.
Okay. How many movement
Because
points have
it,
you?
yeah, because if you look at it, it says not applicable if case J, so you can't have uh, both non-assault movement and like vehicular target. As far as I can tell, there would be a +5, and I don't believe that the I think because your height difference, the brain doesn't come into play.
All right, so it's to hit at +5.
Yeah, and because it's treated as a vehicle, your to hit at range 4 is 10. Not considered for multiple hits, but you do gain acquisition against it. I'm gonna put my crew counter as a 228. There. Just gonna put that underneath just to. Right. So that was 5. I kind of wish I had like a chart I could slap on my wall that had all the movement costs.
Well, I mean, there is the one in the charts.
Yeah, it's just it's like I don't have space on my desk. Um, so that was
Grain is 1.5 for horse-drawn.
yeah. So that's 6.5. They will continue for 8. They will turn for 1 and then stop there.
It's 10 total. Okay.
Or at
Well,
least
eight and a half for there, 9.5 for the turn. So you don't have the movement to stop because that's one movement.
wasn't changing covered arc always 1? I thought
Yeah,
we
so it was 8.5 to move into the hex. You turned, that's 9.5. So you only have half a movement factor left.
but I was 5 for FF9, right? So 6.5, 8.
Okay. Then yeah, you're fine. All right.
Um, all right, so he's there. He stopped. I will have this guy. Will move for 1, 2, 3, 4. That's the drop concealment. Pretty sure cavalry doesn't have to point direction. Or at least I've never treated it that way, so if I'm wrong, let me know, but I'm pretty sure they don't. Movement has no vehicle card art. Okay, cool. So it cost them 1, 2, 3, 4 to get there. They will continue for 5, 6. Bypass for 7. 8.5. They will then dismount for 1 movement factor. And they will go into.
Stop before you
Oh,
do anything here.
okay.
So if I'm on a higher level, if I'm, for example, on the second floor of a building, am I going to be able to see over the woods?
The woods are a level 1 obstruction. Um, I don't believe you can see over them. I think you'd have to be level 2. LOS line of sight. I was trying to check this earlier. I just want to see if this actually works. Uh, yeah, so. Uh, oh, that's a depression hex. Let me see if I can find one that's there. So, only. I hate this. We can always just do the free LOS check. So we'll go here to FF6. If you raise the initial thing to level 1, it's still blocked by the woods. It has to be you'd have to be level 2.
Yeah, it's got E2.
Uh, so he spent 1 MF to get into FF6. Um, ooh, that's a tough one. I'll go into FF5 for his second MF.
All right, I'll fire at you
Okay.
from BB5.
Mm-hmm.
All right, so I think it's just a 4.
I believe it's a 4 down 2 because
Yeah,
it is not assault movement. It is open ground,
so 4 down 2.
and I don't think
Vehicles are not affected by cower because it's not an MC.
correct. And it's not a 2 hit because it's machine guns. So 4 is 1 MC. They break. Over here, it's going to be another for 1, 2, 3, 4. Drops concealment. 5, 6. Oh, gotcha.
And it's my bad. Does the artillery leave firepower there?
Not on a miss, I don't believe.
Okay,
It's
I forgot to do it either way.
yeah, but let's double check just for future use. I think the it is HE, so
Probably going to be under residual, is my guess.
yeah, I'm just trying to see if there's a specific spot for it. Spring fire. That's the 76. Oh, that's another thing we're gonna have to start declaring, especially for certain guns, is what kind of ammunition they're using. I'm not sure if for the Red Russians, do they have anything for their gun? I don't think so. Partisans, battle hardening, disruption. No.
I mean, I know the 76 only has HE. I think the others fire as appropriate because we don't actually have um, ammunition levels listed anywhere.
Uh,
So
so how it works is if um, the 76 is um, it can only fire HE, but that's not. It's the 65, I think. Yeah, it's the 65 that can only shoot HE as well. How you can tell is if you look at rule. I had to look this up earlier. It was really annoying to try and find out because it's like hidden. So if you go into C 2.21, it is the second sentence. So it says an overscored caliber size indicates that the weapon cannot fire AP ammunition. An underscored caliber size means it cannot fire HE ammunition, um, and that's why the one of the mentions is for the 65 millimeter gun because everybody else is restricted to HE only, and so the 65 technically would be the only gun that isn't. So they made a special rule to force it that way. Excuse me.
okay. The answer is if you make a to kill DR, then yes, it does leave residual.
Gotcha. Okay, that's what I thought. I think it also applies if you do a. It's the same if you do an IFT result. So the only time it doesn't is if you miss. All right. So they will continue into bypass for 7, like the other guys did. Then into grain. They then drop the cavalry for 1, and then go into GG 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 for 1, and then continue into GG5 for sorry, into GG6 for 2, and then into GG5 for 3. Got a clone thing. I will have 1 stack go there for 1. Into FF2 for 2 as in bypass. Do you want to draw LOS from BB7 to there? I'm not sure if you can see that or not.
That's weird.
It's not letting you draw LOS?
No, it's saying that you are in a blind hex.
Oh, that's an overlay, I think. Locked in EE1. Yeah, that's a overlay thing. Because,
Just looking at the line, no, it's a straight shot. It goes right. It doesn't clip the rubble hex.
yeah, that's what I was concerned with. Okay, so they will lose concealment, and then they will continue into EE2 for 4 total. Hmm. Uh, Unit will move and move for 1. They will then rotate for 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, unconceal, and they will delay the rest of their points. And
So, are they tracked or truck?
so this, I believe, they're armored car. It should just be armored car, anyways. So they would be. Oh, right. So it's 3 per open. So, hold on. So that was one,
Well,
3 to
no.
get on
I
board.
mean, that doesn't look like just a single dot. That looks a little bit smeared. That's why I'm asking.
So I would consider it armored car just because it is the like that's what these are. Let's double check here.
Because as we found out last one, the truck sigil can look pretty similar.
Yeah, I kind of wish I could have a. I wish I could
I'm
make
not
it.
trying to be a jerk either. I'm sorry.
No, 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 it's fine. So the only reason I don't think this is a truck is that the bottom underneath 18 is flat. And I can't imagine this is fully tracked because it looks like it has wheels at the front. It's not half tracked
Yeah, no.
because
I
it
mean,
doesn't have
I,
a
I,
separate wheel.
for me, it's just a question of whether it's truck or armor, considered truck or armored car. That's all.
Oh, I would say armored car. Um, I'll look at the counter that was provided here. Oh, they didn't provide one. Cool. All right. Yeah. So it's armored car.
Okay. Yeah. No. I just. Yeah.
Yeah. No worries. So it was 3 to get on board, 1 to turn. So 4, 7, 10, 13, 16, delay 1, stop. So that's all. Let's move. I didn't think about that. Damn. Next time, I suppose. This unit will move into R1, immediately reveal as a Tachanka.
Okay.
They will continue into S1 for 2.
Well, I don't really have any choice at this point, do I?
You never know. You can let them just drive by, whatever. Oh shit, I forgot the crew as well. There is a crew here. I'll just put them underneath.
I actually have a question about this gun that I guess will come up in a second.
Okay.
So, the little thing in the corner, it's a little tough to read. I think it's an 8-0 in brackets. I don't know if it's 8-0 or what the hell it is, because I cannot for the life of me figure out what the F it's supposed to represent.
It looks like 80. So let's go into Russian ordnance notes. The scenario lists. Oh, it's Italian too. Uh, it lists that as PPOBR, I think 158. All right, let's see if I can find this. Yeah, okay, so OBR, PPOBR 15R. Diminutive, entered service, yada yada yada. Okay, so it doesn't say anything specifically, so it doesn't have any notes, which is good. We will go into gun classification.
Yeah, so the only thing I could see was there are some guns that have
Oh,
like minimum and maximum ranges
yes,
listed that way, but
yes.
this does not appear to have that. That's why I'm confused. Because 8 minimum range with a 0 maximum range makes absolutely no sense whatsoever. And I couldn't find anything that would explain what an 80 in brackets is. There is something that talks about if there's an 80 in parentheses, that is the infantry firepower equivalent, but that is usually listed on the other side next to the caliber.
Yes.
So
So basically, what this is saying, excuse me, is that in the range limit, C2.25, so it says for use in large DYO scenarios, however, maximum ranges are given in each nationality's ordnance listing. A number in brackets on a gun or light mortar, etc. counter is the maximum range in hexes. If two numbers appear, that is the minimum and maximum. So in this case, there is no minimum range for the gun. It is simply a maximum.
it's just the maximum range.
Yeah.
It seems somewhat ridiculous for an 80 hex range, but okay.
So there will be scenarios where we will get to over 80 hexes continuously, and it will play a factor.
The odds of getting an 80 hex line that is not obstructed in some way are just so astronomical that unless we are playing on huge fields of just empty terrain, which really?
You will find the fields of Prokhorovka will be stained in the blood and oil of many, many tanks one day.
All right, well, let's get this over with so I can go. All right, it's a to hit roll.
Yeah, so you'll have a there,
10 plus 3 plus 5, I guess, again.
so there's a +5 because it's the same Tachanka shot as last time. However, there will be a -2 for point blank range. Or
So it's a net plus 3.
oh, it's wait, really? Not applicable if non-stop motion fire target. I thought target didn't apply.
So
C4.
you are not in motion, I believe, technically.
Uh, you might
Like
actually be right on that.
the first thing you do is take the motion off
Well,
if you have it, because that just says you don't have to start. And then you don't check for the motion again until the end of your turn. Like if you don't stop, then you are in motion.
uh, the only the only reason why I don't think that's true is because of the thing that said that wagons are considered as vehicles, except that it expends MF rather than MP.
So the horse-drawn bit.
Yeah, I'm just trying to see if there's anything that says motion transport. Nothing states motion. You know what? I'm fine playing it that they don't get motion. And oh, okay. So I have a QA here. Um, a wagon counter can be marked with a motion counter. No movement factor dispenser is required to remain in motion. Just a statement. Motion attempts are also permitted. Case J can apply, but never J1 to or J1 to J4, or is that J1 and J4? J1.
J one, two, three, or four. There's actually four
Okay,
different.
right. So it doesn't gain the benefit of the extra +2. So we did that wrong last time. You would have still been over. So at least we didn't get that wrong. But so instead, yes, it does count as motion, but essentially it's going to be the same as last time. Uh, you won't get the point blank, but I don't get the extra +2 that I thought I would get.
So it's a net plus 2, and then
Plus
you get
three.
one per size, so plus 3.
Yeah, yeah.
All right, so net plus 3. That's fine.
There we go. So that would be 7. It's a hull hit. We'll have to. There's no hull, so we don't have to worry about that. Now it goes to the infantry, or the vehicle, unarmored vehicle destruction list or whatever. So that is a 37 millimeter gun. So you have 4 firepower equivalent. You're gonna roll on the IFT. If you get a 5 or less, it's destroyed. And I don't think anything else happens on a 6. Normally it'd be like, um, it might be like immobilized, but I don't think that's possible. Unarmored vehicles.
So it's an unarmored vehicle target, 6, 7. So we're on the unarmored line.
Yeah. Why would that take me to near crew? God damn it.
So I'm sorry. Okay. So I'm looking at the AP to kill table.
It'd be HE.
Sorry. Unarmored target 8. So yeah, so I have an 8 or less.
8 or less. Why 8?
Yeah, I mean I'm looking at the HE vehicle to kill target. The unarmored target final to kill number is 8 or less for 30 plus, which is what I am. I'm a 37 millimeter.
Oh, what table is that? I was looking at the wrong thing, or I must be looking at the wrong thing.
Uh,
Watch it be in the C charts.
Find my tables. That's to hit. This
Oh, I
is
see where you're looking at.
C734.
Gotcha, gotcha.
I'm looking at the right table. Yeah, that's HE.
So I was looking at when you look at the IFT, there's a vehicle star line. That's what I was looking at.
Yeah, and you do use that for something like the AP. Like there's
Uh,
yeah, there's something that triggers it basically. Yeah. If you're firing AP at an unarmored target, your final to kill number, if you have a pretty tiny thing, goes over to the vehicle line. So that's at least one place that it goes from. I'm assuming that I'm looking at the HE.
uh, an armored vehicle is recognizable by the presence of two star symbols in red, white, or black vertically aligned. Yes, so that's that. It's weird that it brings me to B28.42. Oh, because that's the minefield. Duh. Why would it bring me there? So it says CD 5.311, which talks about unprotected crews. Uh,
So I mean, we have a hit. Like we agree on that, yeah.
oh yeah, for sure.
So we're over to the kill tables at this point. We're trying to figure out which one we go to.
Basically.
So the question is, when do we use 7.7?
Because the one I'm looking at is talking about uh, per 1A7.308. Okay. All non-ordnance direct fire, it's ordnance, so that immediately does not come into play. So that's probably what it is. It's ordnance versus non-ordnance. And I'm thinking that the vehicle to kill thing is if infantry shoot at it with like just their machine guns and whatever the shit they have. So yes, I think you're correct in that it needs to be the table that we were looking at versus the infantry firepower equivalent, which wouldn't be quite the same.
Yeah, so 671, ordnance hit versus truck resolved in the unarmored line. So that is, let's see, 734. HE to kill table, barrel length, specific caliber, not listed. Highest gun caliber, so we're on 30 plus column. Sorry, I'm zipping through this. Yeah, we're on the 30 plus column. It's an unarmored target. The final TK is an 8.
Yeah. So it's 8.
It's not a critical hit. Not at long range. Not in a rear target.
Yeah, I think that's it.
Yeah, that's it. Okay. Yeah, because the other ones, the 2, 3, 4, don't apply to this.
Oh, there's a -2. Oh no, wait, that's the 3. Where does 3 apply?
Whatever MOL is.
Molotov and Molotov projectors.
It's harder to hit with a Molotov cocktail.
Yeah, which I mean, yeah, it makes sense.
So okay.
Yeah, so it's just a straight 8.
Yeah, there's no range effect because of AE. Do you have any armor effect or no? You're unarmored.
No.
So I think it's just a straight
8
to kill of 8 or less.
Yep.
Yep.
All right, now that is half, and technically less than half. I don't imagine that these horses just suddenly burst into flames.
No, they
Um,
don't leave rock.
they do have a wreck check. On a 6, it's eliminated. Okay, so wreck check. So it leaves a wreck, is what I understand. Can I not? Weird.
Good
I'll just
question.
put a wreck later. And then crew survival. Crew does not survive. Do I have a wreck? Can I?
So my initial die, the color die was 3, which means that I am still able to fire.
Oh, do I have to like literally just bring this on the map and then wreck it? Yes. Okay. Cool.
It does not leave a wreck if they're considered horse-drawn transport.
Well,
A wagon leaves no.
so the thing is that it says uh, if you do the show information, it says rec check DR6. Actually, I'm just gonna look up what that says in, because I understand that as it would leave a rec unless it rolled a 6 and then the rec is gone. That's probably not what that is.
Maybe Tajankas have something crazy.
Well, see, I would assume that because it's horse drawn, like it just means that like the horses are dead and like whatever it's pulling is it's left on the ground or whatever. Um, which is strange because the counter itself, the backside, doesn't even say wreck check. So I'm curious as to why it's even saying that.
Well, yeah, I mean that's what I'm saying. If it's considered as horse-drawn transport, then at the last sentence of 12.1 under vehicle class says it leaves no wreck.
Yeah, but it's just because the information on the counter itself. So maybe it's just there's something wrong on the counter. Either way, we'll take that off. Cool.
Yeah, I wonder if there's a special rule.
Yeah,
Where
I
would
don't know.
Tajankas be under Russians?
No, they're under Allied miners. For some reason, the either they never thought to give them to Chonkas, or they never used them. But I don't know. All right. Now, technically, okay. So that is technically legal. That's cool. I will have this unit move into R5 for 1. I think they have to draw concealment from this guy. They will continue into S6 for 2. Oops. And then into T6 for 4. This unit will pay 1 to get into R2. continue into S2 for 2. And into T1 for 3.5. This unit will pay 1 for the road. I believe this one, anyways. Road. Yes. Road for 1. 2. 4, and has to drop concealment. And then 5, or pays 11 to get there for 15, and then stops for 1. And another guy going to he's kept this there. There for 1. Goes into R1 for 2. R10 for 3.
I'll fire at you.
Okay.
A machine gun.
From. Oh,
U4.
gotcha. Yeah, that's fine.
And they're up on the higher level, so.
Yeah. I mean, they'd be able to see it just because it. I don't believe it crosses. No, they'd be able to see it because they're on level 1. I think it crosses the depiction on the other decks.
2. Down 2?
Yeah.
Nothing.
There. And then they will continue for 4 into S10 on board 41. This unit will declare a gallop so that they have 16 instead of 12. Or at least I'm pretty sure it's 16. Not that it's going to make him 8. Okay, so they have 20 instead of 12. So it's 1 to get there, 2 to get into R1.
We'll fire at them.
Okay.
So, are they considered a vehicle or infantry?
Um, Cavalry, movement factors. Always subject to -2 DRM when fired upon. It's just DRM is not cumulative with open ground, not assault movement. So essentially, you always get a -2 against cavalry. I don't
So,
see anything that
am I
says
firing at infantry or yeah?
vehicular. Cavalry cannot proceed. No, doesn't say. Doesn't even say it's considered dashing. Actually, does. Oops, that's the wrong letter. Dashing. Move into woods. Some break elevation change. No, it doesn't say. So I assume you just there's no plus unless there's anything in the Q&A. Yeah, it doesn't. Horses, whether mounted or not, are attacked using the vehicle line, the FT. In addition, yeah, no. So I think how it's going to work out is you do it to hit if it's the ordnance. You get a -2 for it being cavalry. I don't think anything else applies.
Yeah, case L. It's -1 for 2 hex range.
Uh, if it doesn't consider it motion, then yes, that as well. So there's a -3.
So yeah, that's my question. Is I'm trying to figure out what kind of target it is because it's either going to be a 10 base or an 8 base.
The start of cavalry says it's treated as infantry, so the base is 8.
-3. All right.
Yeah, and it doesn't say anything about small or large target, so it should just be a -3. And then if you score a hit, then it'll be on the IFT table.
Yep. So yes, that is a hit, I believe.
Yeah.
Oh no, wait. Yeah, 9 -3 is a 6.
Yeah.
That's under my 8, so that is a hit. So that is a 4.
Yeah, and it's treated on the vehicle vehicle to or star vehicle line.
Reroll an IFT hit. Yeah.
Yeah, it'll be on the IFT. So for all intents and purposes, it's a 4, and then oh, all right. Well, that's not gonna matter. So they are identified. Do one horse suffers? Okay, so in that column, a number of horse counters in the highest are eliminated. The rider of an eliminated horse must bail out after all morale check reduction caused by the same attack to have resolved. Bailing out a rider, even if already broken, so I'll just put him here for now. Which is forced to leave its ASV or broken cavalry by combat results is bailing out. Bailing out never costs any transport. Any rider which bails out must take a NMC, be placed beneath the AFE, and is unable to move.
Hold on. Does the unit? I think the unit gets attacked at the same time.
So the confusion I have, and I don't know why that one thing is not hyperlinked. That's annoying. Um, the confusion I have is that it says if one horse counter suffers casualty reduction, if it equals, if it's less, it's eliminated. The rider of an eliminated horse must bail out after all morale check reduction caused by that same attack has been resolved.
So I think that, or at least the way that I'm looking at it, I rolled a 2. So that is less than the star vehicle line. So that's a 5. So the horse counter is eliminated. But I'm
Yes.
also considering 2 on the 4 for the IFT table that applies to the unit. So that's a K/2. Because of, let's see, horses whether mounted or not are attacked using the star vehicle line of the IFT in addition to and at the same time as fire against any cavalry units riding.
Oh,
So
okay. Hold on. Where is that on the?
13.511. So yeah, um,
One horse. Wait. So, what line caused by the same attack as a result? Oh, okay. Sorry. I was for some reason I was like stuck looking further down and not literally at the first line. Okay, so it was so the horse is eliminated. I think they'd be dead too, anyways, didn't they?
well, it's a K/2. So yeah, I think so. Yeah.
Unless, well, so the thing is a K/2 would be um, would be a casualty reduction, and then take a 2 morale check. The question I would have at this point is, okay, so does the infantry riding on top get the -2 for cavalry, or is that just the horses?
I think it's actually the other way around. Well, let's see.
It says horses are not subject to -2 DRM for or to because you don't because you wouldn't apply the DRM on the horses anyways because that would be because you used it for the 2 hit. That's how it usually works. But if it's a 2 on 4 anyways, right? It kills. Yeah. So yeah, I think it is a casualty reduction and then a 2 morale check, and then they bail out, so they have to take another morale check. So squad, half squad, then morale check breaks them. They have to go through bailing out, which I think is just a morale check, but that's I think it was
Four,
D6.
force leave.
Bailing out D6.24. Must take a normal morale check. So they take a normal morale check, and they don't pass, so they're dead anyways.
All right, boys, you done good. You can get assaulted and overrun now.
Yeah, so if you think it's weird that you can like have a unit break or whatever, you just had a gun kill 12 horses in one shot. 12 horses over an entire 40-meter hex.
No, I mean, it's a shame they actually have rules for canister.
What do you mean it's a shame? It's great. I wish I had canister runs. Uh, Leader will go into R2 for 1. Continue into S2 for 2. and then into T1 for 3.5. I'll have a unit at the bottom going to S10 for 1. Continue into T9 for 2. And then into T8 for 4. This unit will go into GG2 for 1. Then into GG1 for 2. And then into FF10 for 3. This I absolutely have to clone. We'll have that guy go there for 1, 2, 3, 4. Has to drop concealment. Continues for 5. And into GG8 for 6. One guy here for 1. And then into the building for 3. Has to drop concealment.
Okay, sure.
Remember, this guy.
I'm sorry.
Yeah.
Establish that. Yeah.
This other guy will do the same. Drops concealment once he gets into the building. This guy will turn for 1, 2, 3, 4. Drops concealment. Oops. Does not clone concealment. So it's 4, 5, 6, 7.5. Then 8.5, 9. Yeah, 8.5, 9.5. And then essentially stays in motion there. Motion.
Oh yeah, it's a motion.
This unit will move into R6 for 1. Or sorry, 3. To use the simplified stuff. I think they have to reveal. I'll have to reveal anyways. It says 3, 6. And then spend all their delay to get to 17, and then stop for 18. this stack will assault move into GG3. Hmm. This guy is going to assault move into CC10. I'm going to have one guy go here for 1. I don't think anybody has LOS on him.
Nope.
They will continue bypass to DD9 and then into CC9 for 4.
Can you bypass through the house?
So they should be able to bypass on the other side, on the side of CC10, and then be at the vertex.
Okay. I think, well, I don't know. Can they see them?
I don't think they can because orchards are in season and they would block LOS to a higher elevation.
Okay.
We'll have one unit go into what is that, EE10 for 1, and then into EE9 for 3. I will have the remaining unit go into EE10 and then into DD9 for 3. And then this last guy will go into DD10 and then DD9 for 3.
Okay.
And then I'm going to have one unit assault move into Z10. And I think that's it for movement. Defensive fire. Oh, I guess technically that should have been swapped over, but whatever. Residuals can come off.
Hold on a second. I need to take a quick bio break. If you don't mind.
Yeah, no problem. I'll check chat. Damn, no chat skis. on SA.
All right. The gun is going to fire. Sorry, the gun in T10 is going to fire again at the squads in the squadron leader in T1.
Okay.
So they are.
So we'll be intensive fire.
All right. So it's a minus or +2.
Yeah, so breakdown numbers down 2. It gets a +2. That'll be negated essentially for the close target. There's no TEM. There's no hindrance.
Yeah, you're not doing anything funky movement wise. So yeah. So flat.
Yeah.
All right. Infantry. So 8 or less. Success. So we're over on the 4 table.
Mm-hmm.
Which is a pin test check.
Leader squad. Squad pins. Does that show? No. Okay.
That is a Chanka, right?
Yeah.
So that's an unarmored vehicle.
Mm-hmm. I also forgot to give that a crew. God damn it. Allied. There.
Question for you. The support weapon in U4, it
Mm-hmm.
first fired.
Yep.
Can it then fire again at half firepower?
Yep.
Well, it doesn't matter actually. The squad will fire at the Chonka.
At the chunk.
Chonk, yes.
The chunky chonka.
So, line of sight looks okay.
Yeah. I
So
think
it's
there's
4 firepower.
yeah. I think there's just a +2 for the motion.
So yeah, +2. So I need a 2 or 3 to do anything.
I get my sniper.
Rough.
One thing I want to check is does that affect passengers or the what are they considered? They're considered crew, I think. Is it rules?
Non-ordnance attacks versus unarmed vehicles/horses affect all occupants of target location, including infantry and other vehicles or horses, which are present in the same location. I don't know if that applies to crew, however.
Yeah, it's in the or it should be in the Tachanka stuff. Inherent crew is fired by good order passenger. Yeah, so it's treated as a passenger. So does the passenger also take the shot?
6.1.
I meant to. I think it's A6.1. No, D6.1.
D6.1, sorry.
Yeah. Recovery, loading, unloading, dub. I think it might be a collateral attack. Let's see here. Where's D? This effect versus vulnerable passenger radar carrier is called a collateral attack. Can occur in two ways. First, via an attack that does not have the vehicle as a pre-designated target. This type of effect is Second is the attack must specify the vehicle as the designated target. This type of attack primarily affects the vehicle, while the passenger rider carry or crew receiving the secondary effect is specific collateral attack. Using the attacking weapons IFT-FP, which includes HE equivalency, and the same original dice roll, blah. Collateral G, general collateral versus all PRC in that location. So general collateral attack. Does that change anything? I don't think so. My vehicle is subjected. Hindrances. But modified normally for range, hindrances, TM, CE, DRM, etc., just as if the vulnerable PRC were the only target being attacked. Additionally, the vulnerable PRC of any sharing general attack. Okay, so how I understand it is that the 5 gets a +2 because that's what the vehicle got, and it's still attacked by the same dice roll, and it's still on the same thing. So they get a Pintash check, and they pass on a 6. Okay, that's cool.
FW-7 will fire again at V8.
Okay. Wait, can they? Or are you talking about the ground? Or because isn't it only adjacent?
Oh, right. Yeah, so the crown guy will. So it's a 2 up 3.
3, yeah. All right. Well, good thing you didn't use the energy. Wait, why is your guy break?
Sorry about that.
Yeah, I'm very confused. I don't know what's going on anymore.
That's called me hitting the wrong keystroke and then having everything selected. So when I deleted it,
There you go. We'll just back. There you
that's what I wanted to do.
go.
All right. BB5 will take a shot at GG5. Can it? Are vehicles subject to the same thing as sport weapons?
Let's double check. I have a feeling like it would count as intensive fire for the
Yeah, don't worry
for
about it.
if
Never
anything.
mind. I'm not all that interested, to be honest.
Okay. Intensive fire.
X1 will fire at the units in T1.
Okay.
So that is going to be a 2 up 3.
Mm-hmm.
And that's it.
Okay. All right. Advanced fire phase. Let's get this one out of the way. So T1 will fire into T10. It's leader directed, halved, multiplied by 2, halved again for being pinned. So it's a 2 firepower. Um, I think the crew gets the benefit of the gun shield. I need to double check here. I know there's something with gun shields. And all AT and infantry guns have gun shields which help protect the man and crew. A gun shield helps protect good order man and crew only.
Yep.
If it's within the current covered arc, is it a is never cumulative with that of a positive TEM. A man and crew protected by a gun shield may add a +2 to the IFT. So you have a choice of +2 for gun shield or +1 for woods. I wonder. Okay, so that's just a miss, anyways. Uh, the squad in S10 will make the same shot. Now, they're not in the covered arc, so it will be a +1, and it's on 4 firepower. They cower, so it's 2. 9 on 2 is a miss. Theoretically, I could do that. I'm gonna have the squad shoot at the upper level at MMG. It's a 2 up 3. It's nothing. This vehicle in R5 will shoot at the infantry gun in T10. Is the line of sight good? Line of sight is good. Does not touch grain. Alright, I'm just gonna roll to hit right away. Yeah, there's no way I can save that one. That's not gonna matter. That's fire. Actually, does that all? Yeah, okay, I just don't have bounding first fire. Cool. My vehicle in FF9 will try to shoot at the artillery piece. I think it'll be the same sort of circumstances as the other. Um, there is a +1 for. Okay, cool. So there's a +1 for the woods. I don't think gun shield takes into effect here.
Yeah, you're in my cover dog.
Yeah, but I think I think that would be against the crew and not the gun specifically. So I think what happens is I'm determining if I hit the gun, and then if I hit the following effect will have the +2 gun shield for the crew if it does anything to them.
Also, your
Um,
sniper.
yeah, but it's my sniper. I can't. I don't activate my own. Um, Also, I forget if I don't think you can. Can you get a sniper on a? I guess it is saying you can. Whatever. Um, so +1 for the TEM. I am buttoned up, so it's a +2. So it's at 5. Uh, it is bounding fire. Now that is a circle, and that is fast turret traverse. So T. So that's +4. I think I'm off by 1. Because it was 3 TM. Bounded fire is +4. Says 8 buttoned up 9. It's the infantry because it's infantry slash other. It's not a vehicle. Yep, I think that's what it is. Unless I'm missing something with case B plus, which I don't think I am. Alright, so I'm off by 1. I do have my rate of fire. I'm going to get me a sexy. Actually, I don't even need to label it. Control Alt L, so they're linked. Since I have the rate of fire, I will shoot again. That is also a no. So we'll flip to 2 and be considered for advancing fire. The Tachanka will shoot at the same target. Now it doesn't list Doesn't list the grain as being hindrances, so I will assume that's just because of the height advantage that exists. There is a +1. It's the AAMG, so I. Was sorry, what?
Yeah, sorry, no, go ahead.
Oh, okay. Um, so it's advanced fire, so it's halved, or at least I assume that it's going to be halved. Uh, Straight onto the IIFT or IFT, and that is a null result. I don't get acquisition for that. I don't think I have anybody else that can shoot. Route phase. So for my route phase, I have two broken guys. Let's take off my prefire. Broken guy in FF5 will route to FF6 because he cannot see anybody else. That is fine. And then it continues into his target location, which is GG7 or whatever. My broken leader over in V8 will route to U9 and just stay there. And that's it for routes. And advanced phase. This guy will go to. Does it matter which side he goes? Yes, that will be important. So he'll go there. Leader will go into there. This vehicle will crew exposed. These guys will advance into E10. Does that count as CX? Infantry units need a pin, yada yada. Scav cost is 4 or more. Okay. Yeah, might as well. These two units will both advance into what is it, DD2 and EE3. To do so, they must both become CX. This unit will advance into FF2. Do they drop it for that? I think they have to. Whatever. Or they're already revealed. These guys don't because they're advancing into a concealment train.
Okay.
The guys on the ground floor in whatever EE9 will go to the upper floor. And one unit. Actually, I'm thinking about it, and I don't know why. I don't know why I'm doing that because technically that wouldn't be a legal setup. So I already declared it for that one guy, so whatever. The other guy will not do so. How do I want to do this? This guy will go here. I don't believe anybody can see him because of the orchards.
Yeah, the hill blocks this one.
Yeah. This guy will advance 1. This stack will advance there. These 2 guys will advance here. This vehicle will go crew exposed, or sorry, I guess. Do I have a marker to just mark him as crew exposed? Because I kind of wanted that vehicle to be buttoned up, but there we go. Crew exposed. I'm too used to vehicles already being marked as, or always being assumed button up. So sorry about that. This unit will advance into U6. This vehicle will crew expose. This unit is going to advance into the infantry gun. The leader will do the same. And I think that's all of my advances. Yep. Close combat. There is an ambush roll at T10. I have stealthy, so I think I ambush.
Sure. You're gonna kill me anyway.
What's the chart
Don't
say?
roll an 11.
That's right. Look, you never know. Stealthy and -1 DRM CC. Okay, so I get a -1. That's about it. 5 to 1, 8. So they're gone. And you have either against the squad or
You ambush
both.
me. I don't get to fire back.
Oh, right. Yeah, sorry. That now does the gun die as because there is a chance for the gun to be destroyed. Gun destruction. Oh, that's gun as targets.
I think it's just captured equipment.
Yeah, I think so. I think what I'm thinking of is support weapons because you can. Oh wait, that is gun destruction. So when a final KIA occurs on the IFT, which isn't the case, uh, is there anything in CC? KI indirect overrun. C11 A11.13 for randoms, support weapon, or gun destruction occurring in CC. 8.11.13. A support weapon ordnance counter may not be used in CC. Yeah, each gun support weapon counter possessed by a unit eliminated in CC may also be eliminated if the original colored dice roll of that CCDR is a 1. I did not, but I was close. So it is not destroyed.
Yep. It's yours.
Ooh,
I think yours
I
replace it.
can grab the infantry gun. Turn it on their former masters. And that was it for CC.
All right. Do you mind if we call it there for tonight?
Oh yeah, that's fine. It's been long enough. I kind of wish I'd been able to get through that sooner. 2 hours for one turn. I feel kind of bad.
Start rolling a little faster when everything's on the board, and
Yeah,
just it's all right.
cool. Let me just save.
Weather does not change.
Cool. That's turn 1 head Russians. post weather. Cool. That's done. I should be fine for Saturday. Should be any issues on that end for me.
Yeah, I should be good as well. I'm sorry about last night.
No, 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 no worries, no worries. Honestly, it's as long as this project will be, and as excited as I am to play through like everything as quickly as possible. Like real life will always come first. The only reason why like Saturday is an okay night for me is because uh, I'm at a birthday. I'm celebrating two birthdays on Saturday, but I don't think we have plans to stay very long because COVID and all that shit. So if real life happens, it's not something to
Worried.
apologize for.
Feel free to just shoot me a DM in Discord or something.
Yeah,
Yeah.
like I said, I'm not worried, and it's not something I wanna focus on or sorry, it's not something I want to make someone feel bad for. If life happens, life happens. It's like
I
errors in
totally agree.
ASL. You play through it.
Tonight was actually hilarious. Our kid is one of my son is going back to school in April,
Hmm.
so the school was kind of doing prep stuff